I was kind of making my peace with this. And then somehow in this waiting period, as I was waiting for the Almighty to pull the trigger, as like it was, I developed a lot of anxiety. I developed a lot of issues with my mental health. A lot came through looking at my baby so young. The eldest at that point was, I think, 2 and maybe almost 2. It was just a mess, at least in my head, that's what it was. So I started spending time online. I started spending time on the internet. I started seeing people actually making money from home. And my first thing was, you know, something, maybe if I can make some money, I know I'll leave something for my kids. I'll leave something for my husband to like start with. So this is how I get into the internet and learning about marketing and learning about digital marketing and learning about all these different skills, learning about branding, learning about purposeful branding. And that's how I should say accidentally left law and ended up as a business owner. It was never really my intention to say, let me go start this business. It kind of just happened. And I'm grateful that it's evolved to where we are today. So that's literally my origin story and how I started this business.
Awesome. That's awesome. Afaladay, any questions?
Wow. I just learned something new and I feel
Me
just an
too.
honor to even continue
Yes.
because we all have stories and
Mhm.
we don't always get to share that. But being in
Mhm.
a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, um, it's an honor to be able to work with you and for you to be here. So I do want to say thank you.
Mhm. Thank you for having
That's
me.
where I am right this second. She's got me speechless.
Yeah, we didn't know the story about the 30 days to live, and just knowing that that was well before you met us, and to know that God had us purposed in your future, even
Mhm.
without you knowing it on that day. That's really meaningful, for us, because we consider you family and can't even imagine our lives without you. Our work life, you're that person, for us. And so we are so glad that you're healed and that you're walking in
Amen.
purpose. So talk to us about some of the challenges that you faced as an entrepreneur and some solutions that you've been able to create or that have manifested from what would be challenges, that you've had to experience.
So ideally, right now, most of my clients are based out of the US. But being African and people hearing your accent and they don't trust that people in Africa can actually be good at anything. Somehow I get that as a barrier all the time. So in my business, because it's mostly digital and I work with entrepreneurs, I work with business owners, helping them build purposeful brands, helping them scale their businesses, helping them improve their productivity with artificial intelligence. The biggest barrier for me has been just that people just hearing where you come from and always having to prove yourself, always having to like do almost 200% just for people to be like, she actually knows her stuff. Like she actually knows what she's doing. Like they're actually good at what they are. But beyond that, and even in Uganda right now, it's just kind of being ruled out because you're a woman. It's now that's been in like when you get into rooms, when I get into these networking rooms, when I get into, they just look at you and they're like you don't really know tech.